YouTube, what's going on? Kevin the Tech Ninja here, and I am in beautiful San Francisco at the Samsung pre-briefing. Had a chance to use the Galaxy S10s for about an hour or so, and I came back with some pretty interesting notes. So I decided to make a video for you guys to talk about the top 5 things that I found extremely interesting. Let's take a look. All right, starting off with number 1, it's gonna be battery life. The S10s will be using a Snapdragon 855 processor, which is Qualcomm's latest. And I think this is Qualcomm's most important chipset to date. This will enable 5G for the 5G version of the S10 and the under-screen fingerprint sensor. The chip, and also with optimizations with Samsung, you can get up to 24 hours of battery life. Now, I will be the judge of that, and I will obviously update you on my full review. So make sure you hit subscribe if you're not subscribed for the full review coming out in just a little bit. But anyways, that is huge. And speaking of huge, there's some pretty huge batteries in these phones as well. So the Galaxy S10e is gonna have a 3100 milliamp battery. The Galaxy S10 is gonna have a 3400 milliamp battery. And the Galaxy S10 Plus is gonna have a whopping 4100 milliamp battery. Now, what good is battery life if you can't share it with your friends? So the S10 does feature a reverse wireless charging mode. So this lets you set a Qi-enabled device on the back of the S10. It's using Qi Charging 2.0, so it's actually gonna have faster charging speeds than what people get on their iPhones today. And another example is the new wireless buds that didn't have a chance to use yet, but Samsung will be releasing with the phone. Those can actually wirelessly charge on the back of the device. Also, there's a fail-safe, so if your battery is below 30%, it will then stop the wireless charging. This may seem like a little gimmicky feature, but I could find myself, especially if I don't have a phone cord with me and I need a little bit more juice for my earbuds, just set it on the back of the phone. And since you have this massive battery, it should be actually really nice to be able to get a little bit of boost from other devices that you may have. So another feature that you're starting to see in more and more smartphones is the in-body under the screen fingerprint sensor. Well, Samsung is taking this up a notch. This is the Ultrasonic fingerprint reader. This is the first one in a smartphone ever. It takes a 3D image of your fingerprint right through the display. Now, shockingly enough, it was actually pretty quick, and this also works with the display off too. It's a really nice feature that I want to dig into a little bit longer, because Samsung also mentioned that if your finger is wet for whatever weird reason, that it can still unlock your screen. Samsung has made some big changes with their cameras. Now, without getting too deep into the numbers, since I'll cover that in my full camera review, let me tell you what I found that's pretty dope. It now has a 120-degree field of view wide-angle camera on the back, and it also has the telephoto lens. So for people that love the wide-angle lens, and some people that love the telephoto lens, you now have both options, and plus the standard focal length as well. The back camera also gives you HDR in video and photos with super steady video. So Samsung has took the image stabilization for photos and videos and just made a new system for it called Super Steady Video. How well does that work? Well, we need more time and more examples, but this is Samsung's latest feature, trying to take their camera to the next level. The front on the S10 Plus also has the wide group selfie mode, while the regular S10 just has the standard focal length. The front camera also does 4K as well, so those live streams better be lit. All right, and last but not least, we have to discuss the screen. Look, I've been a big fan of Samsung screens, and I still think they're the best on any mobile device. Samsung's newest AMOLED screen takes the best screen and makes it better with HDR10. This isn't just HDR10 on HDR content, but the screen at all times is HDR10. Also combine that with the HDR camera, and then you have a pretty cool experience watching videos you shot in HDR on an HDR screen. Now, the average person may not even understand what HDR is, but you will see a better video experience as far as seeing darks and seeing brights together in one shot, and things will look more natural as the human eye will see things. Also, it has the Infinity O display, or as people call it, the cutout or the hole punch. And a lot of people have different opinions on it, but let me just say this to you. If you do see it in person, it looks a lot better than it does in pictures. So actually give it a chance before you start to rag it. I really do like it because it actually makes the phone not as tall as before, because that bezel is now pretty much gone and you just have the hole punch there. So I think that looks really good to me personally. You still have the chin at the bottom, but once you get the phone in your hand, you'll realize how great this phone is, how great it looks, and just how great it feels in your hand. And also the S10, the non-Plus variant, is a much smaller phone than the standard S9, and I really liked it in my hand. It did feel good. Something about a smaller phone just makes it easier to hold. So that is one phone that I will keep my eye on and I will probably be checking out for me personally. So anyways, guys, those were the top 5 things that really stuck out to me. Pre-orders start February 21st and the price is listed in the video description below. So make sure you check that out. And as always, stay locked to my channel for more videos on the S10, as I will be covering extensively in the playlist that I linked below too. Anyways, guys, Kevin the Tech Ninja, have a great day. I'll see you folks later.